Hey everyone, it's VM Campos, Magic Fan. Welcome to another streaming Saturday. It is Saturday and it is time to stream. So welcome to everyone. I need to do my usual checks that everything is working just fine before we get on with the gameplay. So the amazing cam looks pretty good. Maybe I can brighten up that webcam a bit actually. Hey there, Mark. How are you doing? Let's brighten up that webcam a little bit, maybe. Right there, maybe. So you're just on time. I'm just doing the camera sanity check. Everything looks good here. Yep, the full screen cam looks good. Not my cowlick. Is that some slang in New Zealand? A cowlick? A cowlick is when you've got like some hair tufts that you can't quite deal with. As if a cow licked your hair, you have a cowlick. I don't know, is that something colloquial as well for you? Okay, so that's the full screen cam. I guess it looks okay. Maybe I look a little low there. And then the webcam. Okay, we just set the webcam. All right, so I've been trying to also experiment with various settings on my stream, and I'm not sure if I've been able to properly set the latency so that when I say something and then you all chat, it comes back to me in a reasonable time. So we can do a quick test right now. I'm going to say something and then you respond to that, and we will see what the latency is to see if the response comes in fast enough. And I don't know if little by little the response time gets slower and lower or whatever. I mean, longer and longer. You got a new tablet and the picture is super clear. Ooh, that's good to hear. All right, so let's run that test. I'm going to say something in just a moment. It's going to be a question, and then you respond to the question, and then we will see how fast the chat comes in. And again, there's a lot of factors. I don't know if that lag goes longer as the night goes on. I don't know if it's a different lag on different screens or whatever. But here we go. So here's the question. What's your favorite pizza topping? Go. So let's see how long that takes for you to respond. Hopefully you had been prepping to be able to respond. Here's the card cam. I need to turn on my light on that, but we do have a pack to crack in a moment. And then we'll get back to the game. Game cam. There's the game cam. Yeah, let me change up my brightness just a little bit. This could be a little bit brighter. Barbecue sauce. All right, so it seemed to have taken a moment. It seemed to have taken about 30 seconds, so it doesn't really seem like the my settings. I thought I put it on ultra low latency, but that still felt like it took quite a while. So we're not going to have the split-second communication, I guess. And I'm not sure why, because on my old streaming app, when I was streaming both to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, it didn't seem to lag a lot. And now that I've switched to only streaming on YouTube, I would have thought, well, it's only one pipe or whatever being used, and I would have thought that the latency wouldn't be too bad. But anyway, let's do a little. That wasn't too loud, was it? So that's one of our videos there, and we will set the goals for tonight. So here's the goals for tonight. We're gonna do gold digging, crack a pack. We're not gonna do draft yet because there's a new set coming soon, so we're gonna start drafting that set. This Innistrad set has been around long enough. But what we are gonna do is build a deck. So I'm gonna build a brand new deck. Maybe we'll get some ideas for some cool deck to build, and that'll be on the agenda. We got a snack chat. And that's the agenda for today. So before we get started, I just want to do some shout outs here for some recent subscribers to the channel. Shout out to Celebrity Doll Museum, a recent subscriber to the channel, apparently. I don't think I want to click on their profile to see what they're all about, but thank you. And then also, shout out to Saiyans Ascend. You finally over 9,000 power, so that's great. Thanks for the subscription. And a shout out also to Anthony Aiello, also for subscribing. So those are the recent subs to the channel. Appreciate all of you. Very cool. Thank you so much. And we'll get into our first gameplay here. Okay, so we got to do gold digging. We got 2 gold diggings. Let's see if we can re-roll this one for a higher value. Nope. Okay, so we have cast 30 blue or red. Okay, I got my blue. I'm gonna do my blue deck over here. The Jace's seafood salad. Remember that Locust God deck I made a while ago, which was Is It, and it was all about drawing cards and making bugs. So, after their update, it wasn't a valid deck anymore. So I had to make a couple of updates, and I was playing it a bit the last week or two, and it didn't feel as strong as it used to be. I wasn't getting very good win rates out of it, so maybe we'll try to tweak that a little bit too. Alright, so we're dealing with a Krenko. That'll be annoying. Krenko opponent, they're going to make goblins. They are, of course, going to get their haste goblin and make goblins really fast. So we'll try to bounce them, and better yet, steal their goblins for our cause as best as we can. So in international news, I believe I heard your PM had a brush with COVID, but she tested negative? So I think she's all right. Is that what I heard on the international news somewhat recently? So that's good. Yeah, let's check out these sleeves. Let's get a close-up of this sleeve right here. This is the lesbian fairy sleeves. I don't know, they're just friends. But I don't know what when I bought it, it told me what sleeve it was. But I forgot the name of it. It's like Fairy Clique, Fairy Conclave Clique or something. I can look it up in a bit. Alright, that one's got haste. So, what do we want to do here? Let's toss back this hasty critter over here. And then have a blocker and then one more just in case. When this becomes target deals whenever it's target creature. Oops, okay, so that's not going to be a good block. And that one's also going to make a block. Oops. 1 damage to the player. Okay, not a big deal. 2 whole damage. So obviously they want to get a bunch of goblins out to really vex me. Alright, let's get the Jace party started.
I'm always a decisions.
Psychedelic scribe sprites. Let me look up which ones they were. It was from Lorwyn. Clique. I believe it had click or clique in the title. I think it was the Mistbind Clique. No, oh, was it Vendilion Clique? It might tell us on the screen over here in a moment.
No one likes a bully.
Alright, so next turn we've got a
always
Krenko.
an answer.
Next turn we've got Krenko. And then Jace is probably gonna die. Hopefully they don't hastify. There, Krenko. Hobgoblin, that's a pack tactics. Fine. Such a good card for only 2 mana. And then a Scorn Effigy. That's not even a goblin. What are you doing, opponent? Let's see. Can we get something good here? Okay, there's the Entrancing Melody. Don't need that Kraken. Don't need that Mind Stone. Yeah, let's toss all of this back and get something cool. Totally lost.
I'll have to erase that memory.
Alright, so we can steal... That's not even a good block. Okay, fine, this effigy is going to be a better block. 5 mana in total. At least I'll have a blocker.
This will come in handy.
At least I'll have a blocker that'll live. Aximius is the opponent. Uh-oh. They're gonna give it haste. Red mana haste.
Ah! Should have seen that coming. Momentary setback.
That is just a momentary setback. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Totally lost. Winds of Rebuke. Probably, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. I have 7 mana in total. Okay, we can do both. So let's bounce that back. This tablet is touchy. Your sleeve brushed the screen and it minimized it. Well, that means it's new and high-tech and sensitive. And then I could bring out Chase. Now I'm gonna need to hold up a bit more mana. This 1/1 it's so annoying. It's a common and it's doing so much. It's just a 1/1 common and it's doing so much. When it becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to target creature blocking it. So even if I have a 1/1 blocker, it's gonna do its thing. Let's summon a big ol' Nezahal. I think 7/7 is gonna be scary, I think. Plus that'll draw me cards. They can of course do the steal your creature. That'll be bad. So what's your brand of tablet there? Brand new shiny tablet. Guess that'll probably do stuff there. 6 damage. Cannot be countered, but I can do this right here. I can do this. Link this big ol' scary creature. Okay, so divide by 0. Samsung Galaxy A7. Never counted a common. Yeah, Drudge Skeletons. Well, yeah, but back in the day, that, Drudge Skeleton with,
I've got them all figured out.
Drudge
Oh,
Skeleton with
So sad to watch you
Regenerate
fight yourself.
was such a powerhouse. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna get a bunch of goblins coming at us. But then I've got a blocker. Let me see if I can get rid of this Javelineer.
There is a lesson to be learned here.
So, come on. I think they have a combat trick because it is pausing for priority, so they probably have a combat trick. I don't think there's another do 6 damage, right? I can trade that, no problem. We could have, okay, nothing there, good. They can probably do 6 damage still. Somehow. Channel Fireball. Discard your hand, okay, no problem. And then draw a card, okay. So, Krenko is on board.
I love a good puzzle. Just because it isn't real doesn't mean it won't kill you.
Alright, so they're down to 2 cards in hand. Hopefully they ran out of gas. Oops, there's a 1-1 with haste. Fine. And there's an ogre. Okay. And then Krenko will make copies. So, come on, steal spell. Give me one of those stealing spells. Really, really, really need it.
This isn't over until we figure out a solution.
That's fine. That's just decreasing the number of goblins you have. Alright, there you go. There's Unsummon. Seven, 8, 9, 8, 9. I have 9 mana in total. I need to draw some cards.
Don't! It's a matter of give and take.
So we're gonna block a 1/1. Okay. Draw something. Ooh, I need that. Take an extra turn, but I can't play it yet. Krenko, keep recasting Krenko, that's fine. The Salt Ravager, that's not a goblin, is it?
Must think
It's
faster.
a giant wizard. Fail. Well, that's how they're gonna get me. They're just gonna ping me to death. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of this because that bombardment has been doing a lot of work. And we have a big old crab blocker. It's still not going to be enough. Here's a bunch of blockers, but I'm going to be dead. Whenever a creature you control with power 2 or type. Well, I might live. My week has been pretty good, thank you. I started a bunch of classes at my work, and alright, so they're getting greedy, which is fine by me. That'll weaken them, okay. As long as they don't just pull one final, as long as they don't pull one final shock
deception
or something.
is key.
Yeah, we'll just put a lot of pressure right here. That's 10 whole damage. They'll be down to 1. They've got to block something. They'll be down at 1 left. Alright, so here we go. Here's the final play. Can they do 5 damage directly to me? Is the algorithm gonna cheap out and give him an X spell? If they attack with that 1/1, I get 2 damage. I'm down to 3. Then they have a lightning bolt, and then they win. Let's see if the cheap red algorithm. Well, we're not out of the woods with a red deck. If I send 4 at them, if I send all 4 at them, they have to block everything. Even one thing will get through. If they shock my 2/2, then I've got all shields down. I need a bounce spell or a steal your stuff spell. They pass with one thing in hand and I got nothing. Okay, well, let's go for it. Let's see if they don't read the text from my 017. It's pausing for priority. It could just be that they have the opportunity to crack their treasures, or it could be they have final damage. So we'll see. This is really a die roll right here. So let's see what happens. Maybe the opponent is just roping me now because
how you play the hand you're
because they
dealt.
do feel they're dead. Okay, let's go full strike. They have to block everything. I got Nezahal, so if they do play a combat trick, that'll draw me a card at least. Maybe something good will happen from that. And they're not blocking the 017, which is not any longer a 017. There we go. Okay. So maybe they didn't read the card or something. But yeah, they didn't have anything as a response, so that's good. Who knows what that was. But yeah, that was about to become a about to become a 9-8, I believe, if my math is right, which I doubt it is. So yeah, Cherix, pay 3, it gets plus X, minus X until end of turn, where X is the number of islands you control. So it would have given me plus 9, minus 9, and if I do my math, then 9 minus 7, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it would have been a big old crab. They only had 3 blockers. And I guess they didn't think to read its capabilities. But yeah, why are you attacking with the 017? Okay, so very good on that. Opponent. Let's take a look at what that sleeve is officially called. Actually, I don't think it tells you here. When you buy it, it tells you, but it doesn't tell you when it's in your collection for some weird reason. It was one of these. It was one of these cosmetics on sale a little while ago. Mr. Crabbo did it. Okay, so it is yeah, there's no names on these screens, but it was this last one. I'm pretty sure if we switch over to the web browser, it doesn't show it here on this site, but I believe this was the Mistbind Clique. I don't think it was Vendilion Clique. I think I vaguely remember the term Mistbind. So I think this was a Mistbind Clique. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. See? Okay, cool. It's part of the secret layer. So you can get the $5.73 one, or you can get the $6 one. So this was the recent printing. And this is cool. On the game, it shows you the full art. Because they, of course, have to have a text box and the like. But here it shows you everything. So we have a 4/4 for 4 mana with flash and flying. Champion a fairy. So what is that? When this enters the battlefield, sacrifice it, unless you exile another fairy you control. When this leaves the battlefield, that card returns. Alright, so you trade out one fairy for another, I guess. You summon a small weak fairy, maybe a scribe sprite, and then you play the Mistbind Clique, and then you exile, and then you exile the Scribe Sprite, and then if this dies, the Scribe Sprite comes back. I guess that's champion. When a fairy is championed with Mistbind, tap all lands target player controls. When a fairy is championed. I guess that means if you do exile your Scribe Sprite, it then taps all their lands, because that's championing, I guess. I wasn't playing during Lorwyn. This was original Lorwyn block way back in 2007. Back when they made these, when they made all of these fun, weird, interesting fairy designs. Like, look at those feet. Those, like the body's like a normal kind of character, and then the feet are these weird webbed talons, as well as the hands. Got the big ears and the scary eyes. Monarch butterfly wings. Really interesting. Hey there, Stevie, how are you doing? Right on time. We were just looking at the new, you might have this one. You played Lorwyn back then. We were just looking at the new sleeve that I got. I got this new sleeve right here, nice and bright and colorful. And we were looking it up. Where did it come from? So right here, they're enjoying a little tea together. That's cute. They're enjoying some weird purple tea in their cute little flower mug. And wings and sparklies and everything. That's fun. So then back on the game, it looks like this. The digital version. Okay, back to the game. Actually, we also have like a little preview here of the new sleeves coming soon. Where did I see one? Oh, here's the new, yeah. So we have, if you, let's jump back over here for a quick moment before we get back to the gameplay. So there was a Planeswalker that came out in War of the Spark. The Wanderer. Very mysterious, very unique character also. Didn't have any lore until War of the Spark, and even in War of the Spark there wasn't anything revealed about them. People were joking, this is going to be like hidden Emrakul or something. Now here's something interesting. Look at the type line. Legendary Planeswalker. If you recall, Planeswalkers say Legendary Planeswalker Ajani or Legendary Planeswalker Gideon or who's a new one? Basri. Legendary Planeswalker Basri. The Wanderer simply said Legendary Planeswalker. So there's mystery about them. And you're right, they just popped up in Kamigawa. They are, in the new Kamigawa set, revealed as the Wandering something something something, the Wandering Emperor. So she is one of the emperors, or the emperor, or something, of the new Kamigawa set. And if we look, if we can, now this is the first time I look at it, but if we compare the art, now this debuted in 2019, and totally looks like an SNK character, doesn't she? From those fighting games. She debuted in 2019. I don't know. Supposedly they plan Magic sets like 2 or 3 years in advance. So I don't know how far in advance, though, they plan the characters and the lore and such. So since 2019, she hasn't been revealed who she is. And now, in Kamigawa Neon Destiny, she is revealed as the Wandering Emperor. Notice she still has Legendary Planeswalkers. They're still not revealing her real name. And here's her new card. 4 mana, 3 loyalty, flash. Here's a planeswalker that can be summoned at flash speed. And then, as long as the Wandering Emperor entered the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you could cast an instant. So, your opponent attacks you, you have 4 mana, you flash in the Wandering Emperor, and her loyalty abilities for that turn, not in every turn, but for that turn that you flashed her in, has instant activations. And what can you do? -1, create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. So maybe the opponent is attacking with their 1/1, you flash her in, you make a 2/2 to block their attacker. Or +1, put a +1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains first strike until end of turn. So maybe they're attacking with a 1/1, you've got a 1/1, you flash in the Wanderer, you give your 1/1 a +1/+1, it's a 2/2 now, and first strike. So their little creature's dead. Or -2, exile target tapped creature. You gain 2 life. So they're attacking with a 10/10. You flash in the Wanderer, -2. You exile their attacker, and you gain 2 life. And you still have 1 loyalty. Then back when it's your turn, you start +1ing her. So I like this card a lot so far. Definitely compared to her first outing, which was 4 mana, 5 loyalty, passive, prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control. So this was great against a burn deck. If people were trying to shock and lightning bolt you, it would just brush off, no problem. Combat damage would still apply normally. And then -2. Exile target creature with power 4 or greater. So she would exile a big creature and prevent lightning bolts and all of that stuff. And now her brand new... I'm still gonna call her just the Wanderer, because the Wandering Emperor is too much to say. But that's the brand new card. And so far on pre-sale, supposedly, if you get the regular art, it's $16. If you get one of the alternate arts, it's $25. If you get another one of the alternate arts, it's $38. So apparently she's gonna have a few different alternate arts. Yeah, I don't love these styles a lot. Kind of looks like Soren right there. And then this one's cool. A little bit more of a cute anime style. And then the regular one's cool too. You see her purple hair and her hat. Her outfit, she's got those ruffles on the dress, I don't know what they're called. And then over here they're mimicked with armor. So cool. Out of the two, I kind of like the art of this first one a little bit more. Thank you so much for the follow there, Lucky Brock, and also thank you for the comment. Thanks for the follow. So yeah, this art is cool, and then with all of these various arts, I think the original art is the best there. So you just won a game with a 72-72 and 67 slugs. Comeback opportunity, having 67 skeet swarms and a full board. That sounds really cool. So were those the slugs from Toxrill? And then you said also some scutes. Those scutes can get quite out of hand, so congrats on that. And again, thanks for the follow. Let's get back to some gameplay, and we'll jump in and out of other stuff too. We've also got a crack-a-pack to do in a little bit, not from the new set yet. I'm still cracking some packs from the old vintage set that came out 3 months ago. Toxrill, all right. I'd like to think that possibly my video about Toxrill possibly influenced your deck or not. If not, that's fine. But I do have a video about Toxrill, which I titled 92% win rate. And it was true. You can watch my video and I show you my 92% win rate with my Toxrill deck. Alright, so the opponent is Olivia. We got to deal with red-black vampires. But I go first. Okay. So how's everyone doing so far? Let me turn the questions back. How was all of your week? You'll watch and tell you, sure. So red and blue. Okay, cool. So, there's, that's one of these other commons That's also very good. It's a 1/1. It deals damage. It makes a blood. A lot of value. Oh, okay. Red and black. Yeah, yeah. So that makes sense. No priest. Sure. If you liked casting it, you can cast it again. So welcome to the stream, Lucky Brock. I stream every Saturday, play some Magic Arena, build some decks, crack some packs, chat and have fun. Hopefully you come back. Hopefully you keep coming back. Speaking of which, what day and time is it for you? It's here, Pacific time, 8:38 Pacific time.
Let's try this.
So once again, you liked your creature, I'll let you summon it one more time. What is this land over here? Oh yeah, the Immerstrom Skullcairn. Enters tapped. This is probably gonna make another little bug. Seattle, okay. It's one of my recent videos, so just scroll back a little bit, but I called it 92% win rate. It's got Troxel in the title, so if you search for it there, you'll find it too.
Let's think this through.
Probably my 4th recent video. Alright, so what do we want to do here? Lots of options. Let's see if they block here. Okay. I think they're missing a couple of land drops. We play that, sure. Block that, sure. Toss that back. Just getting a lot of lands. The opponent's getting, the opponent's missing lands, and
there's always an answer.
I'm getting too many lands. So hopefully, oh, okay, fine. You're blocking that. Hold back a bunch of mana. Your week has been super busy, bogged down with restoring stuff and getting carvings done. You've got just over 1 month to carve. What is that? 2 21st keys? What do you mean by that? What's a 21st key? There's the Null Priest again. So many lands, wow. Well, they're just gonna have...
It's how you play the hand you're dealt.
I can ultimate chase next turn, I guess. Your painting class. Oh, cool. Tell me all about it. So, you... When this enters, create blood, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. It's gonna have summon sickness, so opponent, do not try to awaken it, because it's gonna have summon sickness. Alright, fine. So anyway, yeah, tell me about that painting class. I know you were hyped about it. Alright, so here's the whole point. We want to have a double...
Fortunately, I won't have to remember this.
We want to have a double chase party.
Who doesn't like Can You Reel? You've already lost. This should distract you.
Actually, how about a triple Jace party? If the opponent doesn't rage quit out of this,
is believing.
I don't know what will do it. Looking forward to watching you grow and learning your art. That's cool. Yes, definitely. Whoops. Definitely. Oops, Florian is first strike. Definitely, put some stuff on your YouTube all about your, Let's read this. Blah, 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 blah. That will do nothing. Are you sure about that? Oh, okay, that's why. Never mind. Okay. Anyways, let's
think this through.
Start upticking all of these
Decisions.
chases.
It's
1,
a
2, 3,
matter
4,
of give and take.
5. They will most likely activate their Olivia next turn, so we'll hold back another bounce spell. It's a key you get for your 21st. It's to represent becoming an adult. Ooh, that's cool. I never knew that. It must be a cultural thing. So in Mexican culture, there is the quinceañera, which is... in the US, there's the Sweet 16, and in the Mexican culture, there's the Sweet 15, quinceañera. So I know about those, but I didn't know about that there was a 21st. That there was a 21st one. That's cool. Alright, so next turn, definitely they are going... Oops, So definitely next turn they're going to summon Olivia.
Let's try this.
So ultimately I'm just trying to...
This will come in handy. It's how you play the hand you're dealt.
3, 4, 5, 6. I do have 6 mana in total. Let's draw a bunch of cards. Ooh, there we go. Let's steal a couple of things. Maybe next turn. Yeah, let's steal stuff next turn. Let's steal stuff next turn. Oh, there's your key. We'll look at that in one moment. Alright, so let's give them a thumbs up. They managed to summon their amazing commander. You have 2 mana left. You can pay 2 mana, crack a blood. That's gonna waken that up. Fine. They're gonna wipe out all my Jaces. First week was introductory week. You did the usual exercises of homework on the shadow boxing, learning how the shadows work. Found a paint set you liked on Amazon. It's arriving in time. What do the Yeah. Oh, there you go. What sorts of paints? Acrylics or...
That was not supposed to happen. Did that just happen?
Acrylics and stuff.
Let's try this.
Alright, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 mana for this. I drink your milkshake. We also got the okay to return to school at the end of the month. That's an interesting fact to learn about the culture. Yeah. And then you're glad taking the class, slowly getting back into drawing after years. Came with acrylics, oils, pastels for 32 colors. And out of those 32 colors, you can of course mix them and match them and make new colors. You're killing your own creature. Oh well, then you can just resummon it out of the graveyard. Whoops. And that's exactly what they're gonna do. Great. So that mono red deck I dealt with a moment ago might not be as easy to deal with as this one. Too bad that's not a sorcery. I mean, too bad it's not an instant. Different size canvases, an easel. Oh, it even has all of that. That sounds like a lot. So that's cool. What else do they have in the graveyard? I have some things in the graveyard that'll be annoying, but I've got blockers. They probably have another Doomblade, so my 4/6 Kraken probably won't survive. Like that. Summon that. Get another thing out of the graveyard. I guess what I should have done was I should have let... Man, I should have used my steal spell when Olivia was on. This was a mistake. There is gameplay in the video. I did note in the video that there is gameplay. Follow the link that I've got in the description, and it takes you to the gameplay that I did, and then the chapters are in the description to jump to all of the wins. And even see the losses if you want. So there is gameplay. It's just not part of the video because, you know, keeping it short. Alright, let's time warp ourselves and maybe get an answer. Not an answer. Okay. Well, we're dead. Well, actually not. Actually not. Good old Opt came in at the right time. Alright, so attacking with everything. Definitely need to block. Fine. Alright, the situation is pretty dire, but they're out of cards. Mr. Predator, that's not even a freaking... It's not even a freaking vampire. What are you doing, opponent? Well, top decking that amazing creature doesn't help, but I guess we're dead. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could play Slinvona and bounce everything back, but that's not going to work because they have a lot of mana. Yeah, we're dead. So let's just attack with their own creature. They're not even going to block that. Who cares? Oh, actually, wait. I get a 5/7. Okay. Huh, okay, fine. Yeah, they don't even have to block any of that. Well, I guess they'll block and then indestructible. See, it's way too good. That Predator's doesn't even relate to your vampire deck. You treated yourself to a new wireless mouse. That's good. Alright, well, I get to say that I kicked Slinvona. That's not even going to help me because they're going to recast Olivia with haste in the air, bring back something out of the graveyard. So we're still dead, but I got to cast an 8/8. Oh, they're wasting their mana. They should be casting their stuff, but fine. Attack in the air, bring back one thing like they just don't care. Also watched a video on two painters who use values in their work. Peter Decher, who painted a glass of water daily at the same time when the cup having different volumes. That's a really cool activity. A lot of also like the classic painters of yore, like Hokusai, classic Japanese. The classic Japanese artist painted, I think it was called like the 42 views, the 42 views of Mount Fuji, the 42 views of Mount Fuji, something like that, the 27 views, the 42 views, something like that. Throughout his life, he painted the Mount Fuji in a variety of angles and stuff. We can take a quick look over here. Hokusai. The 36 views of Mount Fuji, that's what it was. So throughout his life, he traveled around Japan and painted looking towards Mount Fuji. Oh, there it is in the background. Over here. And that's the thing that's interesting. I haven't like really stopped to look at them all. I've seen a few of them, but it's like not Fuji is in the painting, but not always. I kind of thought that on all of them it was just like always the mountain, but here after kind of looking in detail, it's like, oh, here's some farmers, and then here we have at a Torii gate. There it is way in the background. That's really creative. Flying kites. Boats. Anyway, that's when you mentioned that that person there, then it's this is the cool thing about art, in that you can also do something like that yourself, getting inspired in your own class to do something like how I did on my channel. I took a photo every day last year, so that's a goal there. All right, so I'm about to get to my first hour of streaming. I'm going to take my first break. When we come back, let's do the Crack-a-Pack. I'm going to open up one of these packs of Crimson Vow, as we're going to get a brand new set soon. But we still have some of these from this set. So right after the break, we'll do that. And I think I'm going to rearrange things a little bit and do the snack chat after that. It's going to be a beverage. So after this break, we'll crack a pack and snack chat, and then build a deck. Give me some ideas if you want. I'm planning on building a brand new deck. I don't quite have a big idea for what to create yet. So you might give me ideas. The next set that's coming out is the Japanese style anime set, which I'm pulling up right here. It is Kamigawa Neon Destiny Dynasty, actually, but I'm going to call it Destiny. So it's a mixture of traditional Japanese culture plus like cyberpunk culture. So traditional Japanese inspired culture and futuristic inspired Japanese culture. That's the next set. It's we can maybe browse a few cards a bit and stuff too in a moment, but that's the new set coming soon. Where can we see some stuff? We'll see that in a bit. That's the next set coming up. Actually, one more thing before the break. We have a little raccoon mascot in the game, Neon Dynasty. Destiny, I'm going to call it Neon Destiny. So we have this mecha raccoon Pom Pom Chan as one of the new pets that you can get in the game. These emoji are cute. I like that it's like scared, and then the hoo 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 type of laughter. You can also get this mecha holographic koi fish thing. One of the main characters in the new set is Kaito. And then we were talking about the Wanderer a moment ago. But here you have like a cute little now I've seen people play it already, and it's huge. You all see me that I'm playing, and I've got my Black Lotus in the corner. This is bigger. This is like so big compared to that. It just feels like the scale. It's supposed to be on your shoulder, so it's not like it's a big old mech, like a Gundam. It goes on your shoulder. But when I see it in the game, it's like so big in the side there. It releases on your birthday. Well, happy birthday there, Wizards of the Coast. Knew it was your birthday, and they're going to release the new set. So, okay, let's take a little break, come back with a cracker pack, snack chat, and then build a deck. Give me ideas if you want a deck build in the chat. BRB. Right, everyone, we're back. Let's do a crack-a-pack. I'm gonna set up my card cam over here. It's a big old mess. To move a few things, and we will probably open more than one pack because, again, the new set's coming out, so we gotta make way for the new. Switch over to the card cam. Here's our pack over here. Alright, so let's open a booster pack of Innistrad Crimson Vow, Magic: The Gathering, Innistrad - Crimson Vow! Exclamation point. So let's see. Oh, here's the official hashtags. Now, I miss when they used to put a cool little story on the booster packs. You still get them if you buy the Target brand that has the extra cardboard. On that, it has a little bit of lore. But remember, back in the old days, the Ice Age booster pack, I don't know how far they took it, but the booster packs used to have a little bit of lore. And anyway, here's the official hashtags if anyone cared. Hashtag MTG Innistrad. Hashtag MTG Crimson. Yep. Alright, so these are set boosters. They come with a lot of extra stuff, such as these amazing art cards. They have no value at all, really, except for the art of it all. And art is priceless. I think we've opened up this card a few times. I don't remember what card it is, but when we've opened it a few times, I think, Mark, you mentioned, yeah, that would be the perfect art for the new Dark Ritual. It's not Dark Ritual, but it would definitely work. This is Gift of Fangs by Dominic Mayer. Full Art Mountain, really nice on that. Those spires look really nice, and there's like a little person right there. My camera focuses pretty well sometimes. See, there's a tiny person right there. So basic land, mountain. Syncopate, so counter spell. Counter target spell unless the opponent pays X. If the spell is countered, exile it instead. So remember good old power sync, which I still don't fully remember how it works. So let's switch over here for a quick moment. Let's talk about some vintage cards. Power sync. We're gonna go back to the old printing, of course. The Wizard All Befuddled, 4th edition. Power sync. Counter a target spell if its caster does not pay X. Target spell's caster must draw and pay all available mana from lands and mana pool until X is paid. He or she may also pay mana from other sources, like your Soul Ring. Alright, so that SA nowadays is counter target spell unless its controller pays X. If that player does not, they tap all lands with mana abilities they control and lose all unspent mana. So they're trying to cast their 1/1 NUX3. So they have to then tap all of their untapped lands, and it taps them out the rest of the turn, I guess. Prodigal Sorcerer, we can look up Tim in a moment. He's missing the hat, but maybe the nose. Prodigal. How many prodigals? There's Prodigal Pyromancer, Prodigal Sorcerer. We'll go with the vintage art right here. I think this guy's nose is bigger. Plus, he doesn't have that cool tattoo on his head. Beard's a little different. No beard, actually. And the clothing. Anyway, so yeah, Power Sync. I remember this one was always a pretty cool counterspell. And then, okay, well, I always love seeing the original text. Target spell is countered unless its caster spends X more mana. Caster of target spell cannot choose to let it be countered. What? Caster of target spell can't choose to let it be countered. Huh. So I'm going to say, I'm countering your spell. And they cannot say, okay, counter it. Huh. If caster of target spell doesn't have enough mana, all available mana from lands and mana pool must be paid, but target spell will still be countered. Wow, that old classic wording. And then they simplified it for 4th edition. What's the next one? Oh, I remember this Ice Age one. That's the one I have more in my mind. Because it has everything, right? There's the swamps, there's the islands, there's the mountains, there's the plains, there's the forest, all being sucked into that evil eye. Alright, so there's the Mirage art. I remember that one was pretty cool too. And then in Tempest, I don't remember that art too well. Jeff Miracola. Interesting, cool witch with purple skin and stuff. Counter target spell unless its caster pays an additional X. If he or she doesn't, tap all mana producing lands that player controls and remove all mana from their mana pool. Ooh, look at this art here from Urza's Saga. That's funny. He's like, hey, let me show you something. And this guy's all like, no, don't show me something. Andrew Robinson. 6th edition, they went back to the Ice Age art. And the last time is Vintage Masters a physical product? No, it's only online. So the last time Power Sync was printed was in the year 2000 from the Beatdown box set. That was a special supplementary product. The last time it was printed in a regular set was 6th edition, and they went back on the art. You have so many of those Tempest ones. Cool. Well, modern times now. I wonder how this would work nowadays. They could put yet another counterspell. But nowadays, the close kind of is Syncopate. They pay X. It doesn't tap down all the rest of their lands. And it exiles the card. So that's that. Serpentine Ambush, 2 mana, instant, until end of turn, target creature becomes a blue serpent of 5/5. So temporarily turn your Scribe Sprite into a 5/5. The merchant did guarantee the new bait would bring in something big. Dreadlight Monstrosity, 6 mana, 5/5 with Ward 2, so you've got to pay 2 extra mana if you want to target it, if the opponent wants to kill it. 5 mana. This cannot be blocked this turn. Activate only if you own a card in exile. Oh, that's weird. So you have to have something. You have to have something in exile first to make this unblockable. Well, in this set there were a lot of spirits that eventually got exiled when they died, so I guess it was doable. But even on its own, it's a 5/5. Sky Warp Scab, 4 mana, Zombie Drake, 2/5 with flying. When this enters the battlefield, you may exile 2 target creature cards from your graveyard. If you do, draw a card. So when your stuff dies, this scavenges them and draws you up some cards. Yeah, a lot of cool cards. It's really, the tribes of this one are vampires, werewolves, zombies. So if you're into those sorts of tribes, humans also, then it's a lot of good cards. Okay, Sawblade Slinger, 4 mana, 4/3, human archer. When this enters, choose up to 1. Destroy target artifact an opponent controls, or fights another zombie an opponent controls. Can I build a crab deck? Okay, let's try a crab deck in a moment. Let's look up all the crabs that there are. We'll try to build one of those, yeah. So then, resistance squad, 3 mana, 3/2, human soldier. When squad enters the battlefield, if you control another human, draw a card. Alright, you get a 3/2 for 3 and card draw, and you're most likely playing other humans, so that'll work, no problem. Alright, we've got a flip card, 4 mana. Weary Prisoner, 2/6, Defender. During the day, it's a 2/6, but when it becomes nighttime, we get a 6/6. And then it must attack every turn. So it was Defender, and then it must attack. It will do the Mr. Krabs deck in a moment, yeah. And then we've got one of the alternate arts, Voldaran Epicure. This is the one that was my opponent had a moment ago. That common that we were talking about, the single red mana. No, wait, it was a different one actually. It was the Goblin Javelineer. But this one's still good. It's a single red mana. You get a 1/1. It deals 1 damage when it enters, and it creates a blood token for synergies. And then we've got a rare in the alternate art, so that's cool. I don't think I have this one yet. 3 mana, Odric. Oh, okay, I remember this one. This one's actually not a good card. People postulated that conceptually, I guess this character previously existed on Innistrad, and then now the new version is not good at all. Okay, blood tokens. Let's take a little side detour to talk about blood tokens, because they are interesting and complicated and the like. So, I'll show you an example here. Blood token. It's an artifact, so if you want to do stuff with artifact synergies, this is a 0-cost artifact. Then you pay 1 and tap and discard a card from your hand and sacrifice this artifact. You draw a card. So there are various cards that whenever you use blood get better. So once you start sacrificing your blood, some of those other cards get better. And when you use the blood, it draws you a card. It also has synergies when you sacrifice your own stuff, and it also has synergies to get stuff into the graveyard, right? You can pay the cost to sacrifice out of your hand Grizzlebrand or whatever, and then reanimate it later. So it's an artifact, it draws you a card, it powers other things. There's a bunch of them, see? Belligerent Guest, Blood-Crazed Socialite, Blood Petal Celebrant. So that's the new thing in this set, blood. Alright, so getting back to Odric. 3 mana, 3/3, Vampire Soldier, used to be a human soldier. This is an essay. Alright, so when Odric, Blood-Cursed, enters the battlefield, create X blood tokens, where X is the number of abilities from among Flying, First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, Vigilance, found among creatures you control. So Odric itself does not have any abilities. It doesn't have Flying, First Strike, Double Strike, whatever. It has no abilities. So even if you cast this on its own, you get no blood at all. That's why people were saying this is this is not a good card. You have to definitely do synergies, because it also says count each ability only once. So if you've got 3 creatures with First Strike, you only get 1 blood. You need to have creatures with 1 creature can have First Strike and Death Touch. Okay, that'll count for 2. You get 2 blood. But this is not worth it at all. You need to have so many different abilities. This is definitely a meme deck, in that you need to have so many creatures with so many abilities, and then you'll get so much blood. And even blood on its own synergizes with other things. So yeah, this is pretty much a fail card. 3 mana, 3/3. Well, I guess all by itself, as a 3/3 all by itself. I would say yes, if you're saying it literally looks cool, yes, I think it literally looks cool. But as for what it does, I don't think it's a very good abilities, unless you're really building a deck to synergize with it. But it's cool. I don't have this card yet, so I'll add it to the collection. Next, we got a mythic rare over here. Volatile Arsonist. 5 mana, 4/4. Human Werewolf with Flip and Menace and Haste. When this attacks, it deals 1 damage to each of up to 1 target creature, up to 1 target player, and or up to 1 target planeswalker. So it comes in as a 4/4, it deals damage to their land or elf and kills it, and then 1 damage to the opponent directly or their planeswalker. So even if it gets blocked, you can deal 1 damage, which will then trigger the spectacle cost if you're playing with spectacle cards. And when it flips, that's during the day. At night, we get the Dire Strain Anarchist, 5/5, Menace and Haste. Actually, did it get weaker? No, it was a 4/4 before, and then it's a 5/5 at night. With Menace and Haste, when this attacks, it deals 2 damage to each of up to 1 creature, up to 1 target player, and or... Hey, wait, is that different from the front? 1 damage to a creature, player... Okay, so it deals 1 damage to the creature, the player, and their planeswalker. And when it flips, it deals 2 damage to their creature, the player, and their planeswalker. And that's a mythic. I don't think I have it, so I'm happy about that. Then we have a foil card. Sporeback Wolf. Here's one of these mossy wolves. Really nice on that. Wish your class allowed back in campus on the 23rd. Well, it's coming. The time is coming soon for back on campus, so not too far away. Yep, little wolfy card over here with... Oh, there we go. Catch the light right there. That looks nice. That wolf needs some antibiotics for that fungus. Okay, 2 mana, 2/2. It's a wolf. As long as it's your turn, this gets +0/+2. So on your turn, it's a 2/4, and on their turn, it's a 2/2. The mushrooms growing in the wolf's fur possess curative properties, incredible enough to tempt many alchemists into risking their lives to track one down. Yeah, dog-themed deck. You know, that's a good point. I don't think... I think they put wolves in this set, not actual... Maybe 1 or 2 dogs were in this set, but they mostly did wolves. But recently, they've also been doing dogs. And here's the token to keep track of when it's day and when it's night. Alright, let's do the snack chat. Then we'll do the deck build. We're going to make a crab deck. But first, here's the snack. Here is, when I went to that store, I've been opening up a few of these in the last several weeks, right? These international drinks. Remember I had that one that was peanut juice or something? And then I had the Detective Conan one last time. And then now here's something more common or normal. Some Thai iced tea. So Thai tea drink from Kimbo. Not Kimba, but Kimbo. Anything interesting to see on the package? We have something, ingredients, that's fine. From Walong Marketing in Buena Park, California, product of Thailand. Nothing too interesting. It doesn't have like any cool story or anything. It doesn't even have the name of chill and shake well before serving. Okay, good. So it does need a good shake. Yep, the peanut juice. That was the first time I've ever ate peanuts that weren't crunchy, but were like gummy worms. They were so waterlogged. But here we have a Thai iced tea, or Thai tea. It's not iced because it doesn't have ice, but you get the idea. It's definitely got the scent of the black tea. It has a good amount of sweetness. It's got the black tea flavor, definitely. Dairy flavor, I wish it could be a little more pronounced. It is black tea, and I'm drinking this at 9:30 p.m., so we'll see when I actually get to bed. It looks like muddy water. Well, you saw that I didn't take it out of a ditch, so we're okay. It's not. Well, actually, I don't know if they put it in. Even if it was muddy water, it tastes nice and sweet, so I could drink it. They pasteurize it, I'm sure, so all the bacteria is dead. Now, if they put it in a nice tall glass, put a little whipped cream on it, and a straw, it would definitely look much more appetizing, but out of it. Now, do you say it looks like muddy water when you drink chocolate milk too? But this is actually good, so what's our rating? We're gonna say this is... I could go for it slightly sweeter. Black tea flavor's good. We'll go with a 4. We'll go with 4 out of 5 blood tokens for this. Pretty enjoyable. From the brand Kimbo. Didn't check the expiration date. Because that peanut juice, I think it was a little old. And this pretty enjoyable. It's nice. So we'll get back to the gameplay. Get back to the gameplay. Okay, so we were going to try to build a crab deck. One of the ways that we can play this, we do have the 2 mill crabs in here on Arena, actually. We do have those 2 annoying mill crabs. I think we do. At least one of them. I could have sworn. So Ruin Crab, landfall. When a land enters the battlefield, opponent mills 3. Here we go, Iceberg Cancrix. Whenever a snow permanent enters the battlefield, you may have target player mill 2 cards. Wasn't there another Cancrix that was not snow-powered? Ruin Crab and Hedron Crab, that's it. So Iceberg Cancrix is the new member of that family, but it deals with snow permanents, which is no problem, snowlands. But do we have the Hedron? Let me confirm here. Wish coin specimen. Maybe we don't have the actual Hedron one. No, we don't have Hedron. We don't have Hedron Crab, but we've got. Wait, what am I saying? We have Ruin Crab and Cancrix. So let's play a modern, not really modern, but modern on Arena. So we'll play a 4 of. We'll play a 60 card deck. So we'll have mill cards. Plus, of course, we will have Cherix. Because that'll actually be able to kill the opponent. Besides milling them, this will actually be able to kill the opponents. Because you can plus X itself. Hey there, Gabe, how are you doing? Guess what? We've got crabs. That is, we are going to build a crab deck. So that's coming together right now. Scuttletide. Crabs you control get +1 as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. Ugh. So we gotta have creature, instant, sorcery, enchantment in the graveyard in order for this to actually work. think that's really going to pay off. Because creatures can get in the graveyard, I guess. Instants and sorceries can get there easily. Enchantments? I don't think so. What else can we easily get in the graveyard? Land? We might, if we put in some fetch lands into the graveyard, that's 3. Yeah, that's not going to work. You're not going to... Well, even on its own, there it is. It's never mind. It's powering itself. 1 and discard, create a crab. Yeah, this'll work. Let's put it in there. I should have read the rest of the card. That it's got a built-in discard outlet. How about the big old 5/5 crab horror? Bouncing spells and artifacts that kill itself. There's a few of those that you can... There's a few artifacts that they enter the battlefield, they give you some value, and then you can sacrifice them, so sure. Just went to Fanboy Gaming yesterday, bought some dice. Gonna be a great addition. Cool, put a picture of them on the Discord so we can all see them. And how's it going at Fanboy Gaming? Are they getting good attendance? How about a 1/6 with flash? Fish crab. Well, it's going to become a 5/5 eventually. 18 creatures. We're at 46 cards. What else do we want to do in this deck? I haven't played 60 card decks in a little while. So what else do we want to put into... What else do we want to put in here? We've got these mill cards. Mill crabs. We got 2 mill crabs. Oops, actually that means we need snow-covered islands. So I know, how about we do this? It's not exactly... It's not exactly crab related, but what about putting in Merit Lage's Slumber? Eventually, we get a 2020 flyer indestructible. What was the match that you did? Tell us all about it. Use the Black Commander deck, the one that we helped you bit. Oh, okay. That was a little while. Haven't seen it in a bit. So you still have that commander deck. Well, that's cool. What was that black commander deck? I haven't seen it in a while, if you can remind me. What we can also do is put the other... What is that other 2 mana? This one's the one that makes Surprise Krakens. I use it all the time. I don't remember the name. It's a 2 mana enchantment. 2-mana enchantment, Dark Depths or something? No, not Dark Depths. What's it called? Oh, we also have Drowned. If we want to do like a really, really good mill deck, Crabs and Mill, let's do that. Because then I've got 4 copies of Drowned Secrets. Whenever you cast a blue spell, target player mills 2. Yeah, let's do a big old mean, scary crab mill deck. Put in some enchantments. We should put in some. We need to put in some interaction. Oh, here it is. Ominous Seas. So every time you draw a card, put a counter. Eventually you got 8 counters, make a Kraken. Summon the Kraken. And then we got 15. We have 5 slots left. We might pare things down in a little bit. Okay, we need interaction. Maybe we need interaction. Do we want counter spells? Do we want more mill? Just go totally aggro? Do we... I think Teferi's something or other also is turbo mill. A Teferi enchantment. I believe Teferi's in the name. Teferi, oh here it is, Teferi's tutelage. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. Yeah, let's set this up for the moment as just a mean mill deck full of crabs. And then we'll figure out a sideboard in a moment. Nevinral Urborg Tyrant today. That's a cool one. That destroys everything, doesn't it? We'll figure out a sideboard in a moment. Let's play this deck first of all against Sparky, our amazing AI, just to get a sense of things. Then we'll play against real people in a moment. All right, we go first. Perfect. So a lot of good things in the beginning. Everything's in my 2-drops, and everything's amazing here. So,
I love
Drowned in
challenge.
Secrets would be better first, because then it starts to mill as soon as you play a blue spell. And then it starts to snowball. Just have to remember to play the crab, then the land. Whoops, that cat's getting bigger and bigger. Okay, play a blue spell, mill them. I'm gonna have to target. Then play the land. That's a mill. Have target player, yes, take action. Why do you ask me twice? Alright, then next turn, I can bring out the other crab. Ugh, well, that's gonna get huge in the air. So here we go, we don't have any interaction. Missed the land drop. Okay, I could play the Scuttle, discard a card, maybe draw something. Blue spell mill. Discard something. Give me a land, give me a land. The black deck you gave you was the Devinant Trapper, Regal Bloodlord as the commanders. Oh man, this AI is way better than I thought. And I'm missing more land drops. Okay, well, our shame is that we are going to lose to an AI. So that flyer is definitely... That flyer is definitely giving me problems, so I guess we should put in some water knot or something. Wow, missing so many land drops for some reason. At least there's a land. So double mill off of that. That's going to be annoying that I have to select it every single time. A double select to approve. What do I have here? I've got creature and enchantment, so not enough to... I need 4. I need delirium is 4 for this stupid crabifier. Once you're painting, send a picture. Yeah, I put together a deck yesterday. Solid game.
Hey, I can see your hand.
Sure thing, Navi. Sure thing. Okay, we definitely need to. We definitely need to tune this deck. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, let's just let them go through. Wow.
I was worried there for a minute.
Shame of losing to the opponent, to the AI. All right, so I guess we should put in some amount of interaction with those flyers, and when that became a 3 whatever. So we could do some arrest style spells, we can do some bounce spell, maybe just 4 unsummons for an efficient bounce, or of course counter spells. But what do we want to do here? Hey, you might get that Sorin. Okay, so mill. This is more for Scry. It makes eventually a 20/20, but every time a snow hits the field, it lets you Scry. Ominous Seas, in theory, that's also got cycling, Scuttle Tide. Yeah, I don't even know if that's gonna be that great. I don't know if this Scuttle Tide is really gonna... The dream of giving all your crabs +1 if you delirium. Teferi, lots of mill there. Big old Cherix. Well, that's... Where did that 3/3... Why didn't those 3/3s ever come out? And then those 5/5s. Yeah, I had creatures that could deal damage. Okay, let's give it a shot with some unsummons that will only deal with creatures. It's not going to deal with any other problems. All right.
It's a game, so remember to have fun.
Okay, double drowned. Let's do it that way. So mono green elf deck. Here's a 3/3. There we go, double drowned. So at least I've got a blocker now, but they're probably going to summon more of these Baloth pack hunters. Or a cat. This AI deck is definitely a mishmash of things. So even with these, oh yeah, even with these unsummons, that's still gonna mill them, so that's good. Another Merit Liege. What are the odds that I get double of those? But I do trigger a whole bunch of cool stuff. They're down to 28 cards. It doesn't feel like it's turbo milling them enough. The rabbit bite, no! You can't bite what's not there. Man, I'm gonna have to keep clicking on this so many times.
Aw.
You have to click at the top and then you have to click at the bottom. Such bad UI on that. Alright, so now I've got a real blocker. They're down to 17 cards. You keep... Oh, now here's a different Baloth. Can adapt. That'll become a 5/5. There we go. Got a 5/5. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I barely am at 9. Snow permanents. I need 10 snow permanents. Oh man. I need 10 snow. Well, now I need even more snow permanents. So it's going to take longer. It's going to take longer to make that Merit Liege. I'm sure they're going to have a giant growth any moment. Is it working? Not really. I'm playing against the AI, and I don't feel that it's doing anything relevant against the AI. We'll play it as is with a real player in a moment, but we'll think about... There's other turbo mill strategies. This isn't milling them fast enough, possibly. But 2 5/5 crab fishies. Okay, I can finally start attacking. I've whittled them down enough. I've whittled them down enough. They have 6 cards in their library, so maybe. Here's 4 more. At least it's fun to see their library in the graveyard like that. If they hadn't killed my other crab, oh, and then it's game over there. So okay, let's do this. This is gonna make Merit Lage next turn. Let's at least say that we got to create Merit Lage like this. Wow, 2020 indestructible. But then I just pass the turn and they die because they
Nice job.
because they lost all their cards. Yeah, there is a walker that mills. Let's look it up for a moment. It is one of these Jaces. So, yeah, let's see about the... And I think we've also got some cool dice to see here. So, ooh, let's check out these dice here. So, we've got some fun dice being shared over here from Chessex. I like their stuff. So, very nice. It's all the different ones, right? It's the 10-sided, 20-sided, like all of these different sided ones. So that's nice. In a nice little container. Opaque dusty green copper. I always I like their stuff. Whenever I see it in the stores, I like that their variety of styles. Oh, and then here's the 21 key. Let's show that one. So this is the opening, the key to life. This is really cool. This has got the dolphins and the numbers. What are they holding up? Is that a rugby ball, or what are they holding up in their muzzles or snouts or whatever they're called? And then the details in the actual key design. Yeah, I've been hearing more people checking out Yu-Gi-Oh! This is really nice, so thanks for sharing that with me, Mark. Very nice. I wish I was turning 21 again. And it looks like there's a lot of detail everywhere, so very nice. Very, very impressive. Okay, let's play this crab deck. Oh, actually, we were gonna look up, there's like a Jace Miller. We have to figure out what slot it would occupy, however. Maybe we'll take out those Merit Lage's Slumbers, because it's... I like the... I like the... So this Merit Lage's Slumber, I like the scry ability of it, but it never really gets to the point of doing its thing. But if we put one of them and then the mill Jace right here, Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, target player mills 2 cards and then I draw a card. So yeah, let's put one of those there. Do we have the other mill Jaces on Arena? Jace of type Planeswalker. We have Cunning Castaway, Mirror Mage, Unraveler of Secrets, 5 mana, scry 1, then draw, return a creature, you get an emblem, which counters everyone's first spell. And then the strategist, draw a card. And make your creature unblock. I'll make all your creatures unblockable. And then ingenious mind mage, draw a card, untap all your creatures. -9, gain control of up to 3 target creatures. So we'll put this Mill Jace here for a moment. Let's play against a real person. So, where do we go? They changed the interface recently. This is ranked, this is regular, plain old play. We'll go into historic, best of 1. Although I hear that best of 1 is just dominated with burn spells, burn decks. Turn 1 Ruin Crab, that's gonna ruin someone's life. And then the Cancrix. Let's see if they don't rage quit from this. People are known to rage quit if they get a turn 1 Ruin Crab. But I guess they have removal for it. Oops. Or nothing. Okay. Fine. And then after that, we'll start milling even more. That was a splashy... That 0-3 crab made a splash sound when it attacked. Okay, so we got a zombie deck. Discard 2 cards to create 1 zombie. I doubt they'll do it so early. I guess they will. Okay. See, the Ruined Crab is newer, so yes. Why do I have to double approve it? The Ruined Crab. The Ruined Crab is the newest crab. I think the Iceberg Cancrix came out before, so it's got the targeting, whereas Ruined Crab just does it. Whenever this dies, look at the top, whatever, sure. I can double block with 2 crabs. Alright, I've got Delirium 1 so far. Okay, here's the Drowned in Secrets. Here we're going to have a lot of mill. We're going to have a lot of mill action right here. Double lands. I mean, mill from double crabs. Then we'll play a blue spell. That's gonna mill them too. Elemental Hero. What was that all about? I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! Did it, Aw, man. They killed one of my crabs. Double on summon. Okay, well, let's try to do this. I don't even know if that was worth it. I probably should have kept the unsummons. They're not discarding any more cards to make zombies. Vizier of Scorps. Yeah, I should have kept that unsummoned. I really don't think this Scuttle Tide is worth it at all. Yeah, the dream of making the crabs +1/+1, but to get Delirium out of 4 creature types, I don't know what's gonna fit the bill. They were missing a lot of their land drops. They finally got their 4th mana. Bring back the 3 bin. And then it keeps pausing for them to discard. Alright. Come on to Fairy. Tutor me up something good. Draw, then discard, so that's gonna discard into nothing. Down to 18 life. Okay, not good. Block that, survive a little bit longer. They're at 32 cards. I don't think I'm gonna... I think I'm going to get them very good. Actually, wait a minute. That would be 4 types. Creature, instant, land, and enchantment. I guess that would get me... That would finally get me to the Scuttle Tide. That'll finally get me to the Scuttle Tide payoff. But then I'll just have a 1/5 and a 1/3, and I can't even block those things, so... Actually, that will do something. Yeah, let's do that. So, okay, yay, they're 1/5 and 1/4. So at least I can double block that Vizier if they're dumb enough to attack. I get one more blocker. They still don't realize that they need to click next every time it's their turn because they have that stupid enchantment. Ha! They discarded the Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Wow. They just needed to hold off to one more land and they could have played Gary. Okay, I think I'm out of blockers. Well, I don't think I've got enough interaction. You know how they've built up this board, they've built up their board so much, so I don't have any interaction to deal with it. these blockers. Okay, I'm gonna remove definitely that Scuttle Tide, whatever it's called, that enchantment. That enchantment's worthless. Eventually, if you can Delirium, your crabs now have power. Okay, I'm gonna take those two out and maybe just put in a few more of these like kind of unsummon effects. That would definitely help. Or maybe an arrest, some arrest effects. I don't think it's a complete bust yet. We can make a couple tweaks here and there, but it's just for fun. Oops. So... we have plenty of these return spells. And what else? Depart the realm. Okay, I'm just putting in more interaction. That'll probably help a pretty good amount. In that, I'm trying to do crab mill, and then I'm not dealing with what's on the opponent's board. So, putting in some removal and the like will should help. Oh really? Fanboy Games is moving to Otay Ranch Mall. Interesting. It's more expensive. I live over here in Eastlake. I would think it's more expensive over here, so that's good. If they're moving out over here, then that means maybe their you know, their revenue and stuff is good to come to the more expensive mall over here. You know, and to be honest, from what I see at the mall over here, there's a lot more empty. See, turn one crab, people hate that. When they know what's in store for them, they quit. But the other opponent didn't know what was in store for them, so they stuck it out. Okay, here we go. We have we're starting to build up our win rate. I can tell that person was probably scarred by turn 1 Ruin Crab way too much on Arena. If it helps get the percentage, if it helps get the win percentages up, then I'll take it. Oh, so speaking of games and all of that, Gabe, we Stevie and a couple of other guys like Geo and remember Catherine, the president of the card club, we've gotten together a couple of times to play in person. Do you want to join us maybe at some point? We've been getting together at the Jack in the Box in front of Southwestern College. So if you're interested, we've been doing that recently, and we'll gladly invite you as well. We've been managing it all through Discord, so remember to check your Discord once in a while. Stuff happens on Discord. So we've been actually getting it together on the card club. So I think you're on the card club. See right there, I sent you a little message there on the card club. We've been doing some planning get-togethers there, so you're invited, or we'll invite you when we do the next ones. Alright, so we're playing Red White Warriors. Hopefully it doesn't get out of hand and I get my bounce spells. If maybe you have your alerts off, and maybe that's why you didn't get that other alert. But maybe if you check your notifications and make sure that they're not off, because then you'll get, like I just did right now, I just mentioned your name, so it should have alerted you somehow on your phone. It doesn't take too long to decide. Okay, fine, tap it, I guess. Alright, as for myself, let's see. Mana left, okay. Have you made your magic friends green with envy with my phone holder yet? I haven't shown enough of them yet, actually. That's a good point. Next time you know what? Next time when we go and I have it, it's because I have it right here next to my monitor here. But the is this a trick? But the I need to take it with me when we play, and then when we're there all in the Jack-in-the-Box, I'll put it right there on the table, and then everyone can marvel at it as we play. Alright, so what are we doing here? Mill them some more. Play another blue spell. Hold up 2 bounce spells. Double strike. That sounds scary. Okay. So we can easily absorb that. And then we'll bounce that back, play a blue thing, keep that stern dismissal, mill them with another land. Hold up blockers. The Jack-in-the-Box in front of Southwestern College. So, you know, the college is there, and then right across the street is that whole area with the gas station. What else is there? The 99-cent store. Dollar Tree, whatever it is. Not the other side of the street where the Starbucks is at, but the street where the 99-cent store is at. There's also that one sushi place on that same mall area. Alicia says, get the orders in. Oh man, Embercleave. Get the orders in, take cut proceeds for the VMC collab. Yes. Oh man, that's 8 damage. We can take 8 damage. How many cards do they have? 19 cards. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to mill them out. And now they've got a double striker scary thing. Ooh, double Teferi's tutelage. Well, if I play this, I draw a card, and it's going to be a great card, but then I have to discard it right away. So, I don't think we're going to be able to win this one. That would have helped, but it goes straight to the graveyard. But then we got double Teferi's over here. And they have 9 cards left. I'm not going to survive this because that's got trample. So that 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's game over on that. So I didn't get enough. removal. If this deck keeps playing badly, we're gonna have to chop it up and put it in a Krabby Patty. I don't know. Let's think of a good joke. But the mill aspect of it is going well, but the interaction with the opponent's creatures isn't. So we'll play this Drowned in Secrets. Ominous Seas. Have an Unsummon ready. Ranger class with the stupid wolf. People love that freaking wolf. Alright, so... that was a nice wolf you had. Turn 3, probably some sort of haste wolf. If I get my 4th mana, I can bring... ugh, of course, another wolf. I think... I guess I want a blocker when I get Jace out. Although it is fun to mill, I don't play mill a lot, although it is fun to see all these things that are getting milled away. That's a 4/4 now. It's gonna be a 6/6 next turn.
I've got them all figured out. This will come in handy.
There we go. That's gonna do fun stuff. Jace draws me an extra card. Double Ruin Crab. Well, Ruin Crab mills. Okay, so so the King Crix mills 2 and the Ruin Crab mills 3. So it'd be better to protect the Ruin Crab. They'll probably have a bite spell, or a fight spell, or a burn spell. But let's see if Jace can survive. If I don't have blockers, Jace is dead. And they can easily remove all my blockers here. They're playing red. They're playing red and green, so of course they're going to have a bite. And they'll kill one blocker, then I'll have to sacrifice the other blocker. Okay, they're attacking. That's going to get double. Is it a window? No, well, if arenas for... Hey, that's a good point, actually. Wait, they do have... Okay, they're attacking me instead of my planeswalker. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. Hit me for 6. And then Jace will just keep doing its thing. Yeah, there it is there, of course. And then it was an alchemy card. Of course. Freaking alchemy cards. So... overpowered.
It's how you play the hand you're dealt.
Draw. Don't have enough to play Cherix. I gotta block next time now, because that's already a 6-6. That's gonna be an 8-8. Did I play my land for turn yet? I don't even remember. Didn't. Okay, good. Got some more mill to ye. Blocker. These have 34 cards in hand. How many cards do they have in total? I think they had like 70 cards. Of course, I'm up against a player that had more than 70 cards in their deck. Coming at me, that's fine. It's it would be better. Yeah, they're gonna spread out the damage. Alright, I have now a Kraken. I can summon one Kraken.
Let's try this.
I can summon 2 Krakens now. Okay. Out of nowhere, I can summon 2 Krakens. Okay. Plus, I can bounce back their attackers. Uh-oh, they're looking at my enchantments. Why does it have 9 counters? What does that mean? Don't worry about it. Wonder what a Krabby Patty would most be liked. Would it be a burger like McDonald's, In and Out? Gets +2 until end of turn? Sure. Anything else? Sure. Interesting. Yeah, put all your attack on 1. Yeah, you can do that. Check me out. Release the Kraken. Release the Kraken. And then unsummon your token. Whoops. And then let's double block 2 8/8s versus 1 4/4. Nice. And draw some cards off of that. Mill you a little bit more.
There's always an answer.
Mill you a little bit more. Tuck this away here. Nothing snow covered. Attack with 2 Krakens. We're both at 5 life now. Yeah, finally turning the tables. What do you got? You need a blocker. You need 2 blockers, because if I attack, I guess I'm probably gonna win this. They definitely need 2 blockers. I will then just bounce it back to their hand, and then they have 1 blocker left and they're dead. If they pass with only 1 blocker, they're definitely dead. Okay, fine. You got 2 blockers. Fine, you've got 2 blockers, but I gotta good game them because now they have 1 blocker left. And there's the good game back. There we go. Okay, that one turned the tables eventually. Very good. They had 11 cards left in their library. Look at that stack of cards in the graveyard. Double Ranger classes, my double Krakens, card draws. They torched all my poor crabs. Jace coming in and doing his thing. Okay. Got another win. Doesn't really matter, but let's look at our stats for this deck so far. it's not registering it. Oh, because it's not a Brawl deck. Whoops. Where do I look at it? Oh, here it is. Play. There it is. Oh, look at that. I have a 50% win rate. Okay, we'll play one more time and see if we can get the win rate. Let's see if we can do 3 and 2 for the moment. Although the win rate's not really impressive at all, unfortunately. One of the wins was from a 25-second game, and then the one we just played was 8 minutes. Okay, let's see if we can get one more win, then we'll move on to a couple of other decks. Switch over to my mono white artifact deck. I've been having a lot of fun with that one. That's the one where you swap one artifact for another artifact. That's the I have a 58% win rate on that one out of 43 to 31 matches. My mono white Oswald deck. Alright, turn 1 Ruin Crab. Let's see if they don't rage quit. People rage quit with a turn 1 Thoughtseize, and they often rage quit with a turn 1 Ruin Crab. Okay, they're playing black, so probably have some... Oh, there goes Liliana to the graveyard. And a Gitrog monster to the graveyard? No, what is that? Oh yeah, it is a Gitrog. It's the new Gitrog. It's the Alchemy Gitrog. So, definitely an annoying player. What did we mill? Liliana, whoops. Gitrog, whoops. And their Chain Weaver, which can escape. So, oh, and then I am playing against an 80 card deck. Wow, like sometimes the paranoia feels real. I'm playing a mill deck, and the algorithm matched me up versus someone with a huge deck. And I think it's done it a couple of times. So if that is not a conspiracy theory, then I don't know what is. And the opponent's probably now salty because they missed the land drop, or maybe they know I'm playing mill. So we'll see. And these bounce spells are probably not going to do a lot of help versus what they're trying to do here. They passed without playing anything, so wonder what's happening. Oh well. Let's tuck away another removal, and let's attack with a squishy 0-3. There we go. Double black. No, nothing to play. Okay, I'll just keep milling a little bit. Old Rutstein. Getting all my bounce spells. Where's my Turbo Mill spells? Ooh. Spider. I guess we'll hold on to these bounce spells for when it matters. I bet they're gonna have village rights. Everyone's got village rights. Sacrifice your own creature. Oh man, what's going on here? Target player mills 3, target opponent loses 2. Oh, okay, fine. They're milling me back. Okay. Nothing important. Crab. Okay. Finally have at least a blocker. spider spawning. Create okay, okay. I gave them 7 spiders because I'm milling them. Again, like, the algorithm is definitely screwy sometimes. No one plays that, and here I am milling them. Here I am milling them to the next millennium, and that helped them to create 7 spiders. Must be joking. And then Parallel Lives, now they're going to duplicate their spiders even more. With a Blex. Sure. They obviously have in their hand another one of those they obviously have another one of those spells that's gonna make them make duplicates. See, now they're just duplicating their treasures. I'm sure they're gonna play another one of these. Yeah, there it is again. Now it's gonna make 16 of them. Like, yeah. Wow. This is, I'm so sure. So, there's no way around this opponent. What are the odds that the algorithm would pair me a mill deck versus someone that wants their graveyard to be filled? Alright, let's play something else now here. So, as I said, the this mono white artifact has been pretty fun. After I made the last change, this mono white deck actually has gotten a lot better. The original one had a 43% win rate. This new one, with a few new tweaks, now has 58% win rate. Thanks for hanging out, Stevie. Good luck on your art class. And you have to figure out another get-together soon. Alright, so I have removal. This is going to be some sort of Simic counters deck. Hopefully they don't counter my commander. Obviously everything relies on my commander. If they pass with open mana, that'll be annoying. But I guess we can resummon it. Alright, Hardened Scales, isn't that a good card? If one or more +1s are put on something, more +1s. Okay, fine, good. So I can get my commander through. That's an enchantment. Portable hole. Portable hole. Okay. So that's definitely a good card to get rid of. Counters are good. Okay, next turn, I can play Idyllic Tutor. Maybe that'll bait a counter spell. 3, 4, 5. Roalesque would be coming up next. This one's good, right? Creatures with power less than this can't block whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control. Put a +1, so it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And Roalesque is next. I think we got to get rid of this. I want to save this Prison Realm for something, but that card gets out of hand very quickly. Actually, I kind of did it out of order. I should have tutored after. Okay, anyway, well, that's... Actually, we can do this. We can crack this into the 3 mana. Foundry Inspector. Or a land draw. Now let's just draw a card off of that Sky Scanner. Okay, I'm at 5 mana. They'll probably cast the Roalesque next turn. I don't have enough mana to go tutor. Okay, that's a 4/4. Sure, okay. Let's do this. Let's attack with this. Then we'll trade this for a Traxos, which is just a 7/7. Which is just a 7/7. And then it comes to tap, but it untaps if you cast an artifact thusly. Nothing good to exile. Whoops. Okay, let's exile, I guess, that 1 mana thing. Go tutor for removal. They're going to see the removals coming, so that'll be a good deterrent. And I've got a 7/7 for the next turn. I have a scary 4/4. Whenever one or more counters is blah blah blah, then go blah blah blah. Okay, are you sure? Didn't you just go see what I just tutored, opponent? It's your doom. Sure, you got a 7/7 and... fine. That's gonna do stuff. And they're passing. Okay. Let's get rid of their counter maker. Tutor into a 2 mana something. I could make a blocker. I can go get the Black Blade. Yeah, let's get the Black Blade reforged. That's eventually going to be very powerful. But for the moment, I gotta take a little damage. So that's gonna be plus... It's gonna be +6/+6 onto Traxos. It is holding for priority, so that probably means... Yeah, that's a combat trick. So... take a little damage. Hopefully they don't have a bounce spell. I'm gonna go in. I don't have a blocker left. Well, I can't quite attack. I need to hold back. Hopefully they don't have a bounce spell. They're gonna have to block with whatever they attack with. Platinum Angel is in my hand. And they're far away from recasting Roalesque, which adds lots of counters. Ooh, Vorinclex. Okay, that's a 6/6. I have a 14/14. And you're tapped out. And then I'm not drawing anything good. Great. Yeah, let's attack with this. They don't even need to block it, but it looks like a big old scary attacking 14/14, so yeah, block that, please. Double blocking would be acceptable. Then I can just re-equip Black Blade onto Oswald, and it'll also be pretty big. Land, Angel... can sacrifice this, although That'll give a +1, but I can sacrifice this 2 into a 3. Three mana, I think Sculpting Steel, I can get double Platinum Angels. Let's go for that. That'll be fun. I don't fully trust myself, but let's try it. So they get back that, and then I can get another Sculpting Steel and make another Platinum Angel, so double Platinum Angels, why not? It's not legendary. Although it's an artifact, so naturalize is a thing. They have 3, 4, 5, 6. If they drop their 7th mana, well, they can easily have Plummet. There's their final mana. Okay, if they summon Rawlesk here, they can get a bunch of counters. Who cares? Actually, they're going to get a million counters here or whatever, because Vorinclex adds a bunch of counters plus their hardened scales plus Rawlesk. So this is going to make a bunch of counters. As long as I don't kill these Platinum Angels, we'll be okay. So that's a 13-13, and they're tapped out. I can pass the... let's play it safe. Let's pass the... let's pass this Black Blade over to a flyer. Attack with a flyer. You're going to have to block with Rawlesk. Well, not really. They'll have 1 life left. If I had 1 final mana, I could play that Skittering Surveyor. Amen. Conjure duplicate of up to 2 target non-creature tokens you control in your hand. What is going on? What did that do? Stupid alchemy card doing stupid things. So you have another... Okay, fine. Conjure a duplicate of each of up to 2 target non-token creatures you control in your hand. Okay, as long as these Platinum Angels don't die, I'll be fine. Yeah. As long as they don't have 2 plummets. As long as they don't have a plummet and a bite, we should be fine. 21 damage, who cares? As long as I've got these Platinum Angels. They have 2 hidden cards in hand. What are the odds that both of them are removal? Okay, who cares? Sure, that's a 12/12 with trample. Yep. Strike at me if you wish. I bet what they're gonna do is I'm gonna take all the damage, and then I bet they're gonna kill both my Platinum Angels. And I'm at -4 life. Who cares? Okay. So drop another land. Now I've got a 14/14 in the air. How does that happen? Okay, so I'll attack with both of these flyers. They'll have to block the 14/14, and I'll still get 4 damage in. If they block the 4/4, the 14's gonna go in and do that damage. Oops, do we have something in hand? Oh man, there's that unsummon. And then they're gonna kill my 4/4, and I'm done, and I'm dead with negative life. Wow. Amazing. Unsummon that's been ruining games since the days of Alpha. And it was all going so well. I guess if I had only attacked with one, they would have unsummoned it, and then one angel would have lived. Alright, this is an annoying commander, 2 mana enchantment deck that will be very annoying. So I have an answer for it, however. Torbot's Crypt into Portable Hole. Although the problem is they're gonna at least draw 1 or 2 cards off of it by the time Oswald can do his thing. So hopefully they only draw 1 card off of it, but I don't doubt they can draw up to 2 cards, 2 enchantments. If they crafted their deck right. Okay, there's 1 card draw off of that. They have another mana left. I don't doubt they'll play another enchantment. See, this is such an annoying deck, and then there's that. Wow. So annoying. Well, that's a 4/5. Who cares? Oops, they didn't attack. Okay, didn't attack. Your funeral. Actually, of course it couldn't attack. It had Summon Sickness. But even that, it managed to do 2. Ooh, they left it under my Portable Hole. They obviously have a disenchant. But anyway, let's draw a card for the moment here. So we're going to disenchant that hole. Fine, then I can return to nature, same thing. Then they'll play a land, then they'll play an enchantment and keep drawing cards. Like that. That deck of theirs is just so easy. So cheap and easy. Fine. Have another way to tutor. Another removal. Are you going to disenchant that one? Nope. Good. Alright, next. Let's... we'll do some artifact costs. In Search of Greatness. Oh, that was a misplay. Oh, they should have played their... Oh no, they can still play... That was a misplay. Good. Anyway, what do we want to do here? We just need to get that commander out of the way, so I'm gonna have to sacrifice my own commander. I'm gonna have to sacrifice my own commander. I just cannot let Sithis stay on the field, so we'll attack. Board wipe. I'll be able to summon mine faster than them. Actually, they'll probably get another card draw, and then they'll just be able to resummon it anyway. Yeah, that commander gets so fast. Gets out of so fast. Yeah, sorry everyone. That's a very good deck. It's such a low cost deck, and it's just so... It's designed in a way that every card that they play is going to draw them a card. Everything's an enchantment. Play an enchantment, draw a card. It's just such an automatic deck, and I just needed removal after removal after removal, so that's a good deck. Well, I claim that the deck works, and then I play it, and then on the recording it fails, but there's been plenty of times that I play it and it's just been so good. The Tarask. Okay, they're trying to get 1,000,000 mana quickly. I get to go first at least. No turn to play, that's fine. I will draw a card. That might be the, that little flash, wolf elf creature. But anyway, I'll start to set myself up for my own artifact fun. If I get my next mana, I can play Joyra's Familiar, which further reduces my artifact costs. Okay, fine. Well, actually, let's get rid of that. This tome to scry. That was it. I missed the land drop. They didn't surge, whatever. Let's go see what's coming. Do not need that. So if I get my 4th mana, I could play the Reservoir. Actually, we can do this. Joyra, which then causes the Servant to be 0. Attack with that, and then trade the Tome for some 2-mana thing, or a steal. Double sculpting steals. I want to do that maybe for the Reservoir. How about we go get a Surveyor, which guarantees a land drop, and then that'll be a 4-mana into something else. Untap that 3/3. We're at 7 mana. Foreign Klex is coming up any minute now, I'm sure. Or one of these Nyx blooms. Okay, that's bad. Well, the Tarask is next turn, so I gotta do another one of these Wraths. Okay, before that... let's hit him in the air. Trade this 3 into a 4. Let's put out that Marvel. Then 1, 2, 3 Paradox. 0 mana to untap Oswald. Make a servo off of that. Then 2 mana or 4 mana. I'm gonna board wipe next turn, so I might as well go for a 5 mana thing. Five mana Meteorite or Lotus. Alright, we're gonna maybe do some paradoxical stuff over here. 5 into 6. What can we do with the 6 mana? 6 mana is Immortal Sun or God Pharaohs. That's not even really gonna matter. Tap something. 8, 9, 10, 11. They need 11 mana. They have 21 mana, so that's fine. And then a Gargaroth. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna do a bunch of stuff. That's fine. And attack with that. Kill that. That's fine. I'll block with my 1/1. I'll block with my 1/1. Fun. Okay, so let's sacrifice this servo. Go grab something. What do we want to grab here? Double. How about double Aether Flux reservoirs? And then we got to do a board wipe like that. Back to the command zone. More Marvelous stuff here. Then we get a free play off of the Marvel. That's not too impressive. But I guess we'll put out a 7/7. Like that. So you need 13 mana to resummon your Tarask. And we're in a pretty good state. They've got 13, we've got 31. Augur of whatever, who cares? Let us summon our commander, untap Traxos. Gain a bunch of mana, attack with that. Block that. Got trample. And back to them. Haha, poor little 1/1. It's gonna get stomped. Of course I have a way to untap my Traxos. Opponent. And we'll attack with that 7/7. You gotta block it. Unless you giant growth your 1/1 or something. Okay. Fine. Let's untap it. Exile something out of their graveyard. That ancient, sure. Let's trade that for something else. What do we want to get? Choose any one of these things. How much mana do I have left? Only 1 mana. So how about a Gilded Lotus? That kind of creates not infinite mana, but a lot of mana. And there it is there. So, I never really noticed the opponent until the end, but that's Shenron. That was the dragon from Dragon Ball Z. Didn't collect all the Dragon Balls, unfortunately. Anyway, that's that deck right there. Just a lot of artifact fun. Even though in Commander you can only play one card, one instance of a card with the Sculpting Steel, you can make a copy. Double Aether Flux Reservoir, getting close to the Death Star. Aetherworks Marvel. I'm sacrificing things all the time, so the Marvel does its own thing. And we got it. So, oops, I just saw that I lost connection, but you're back. All right. Well, I guess you got back at a good time here. Been streaming now for 3 hours, so that might be a good stopping point at this point, where we won on this deck. And so we'll wrap up at this point, but here are the stats of this deck. 57% win rate. I've played 77 matches with it. 60% win rate on the play. 52% on the draw. Versus mono green has a high win rate. So on Rakdos, I have a 100% win rate out of 3 games. Mono green, 60% win rate out of 10 games. I've never won versus Simic. I mean, is it? 5 losses from that. That's the great Achilles heel. Also, interestingly, 5 colors has been hard for me to beat. I'm mono white, and five colors has beaten me every time. Only twice, but is it has beaten me every time. So that's a challenge. 1 match versus Demir, 1 loss. 1 match versus colorless. I don't remember what that was. 1 loss. Mono black has also been hard to beat. Orzhov has been close. And then after that, it's been mostly wins. And then the 100% versus Boros, but that's just 1. 100% versus, what is white, black, and green again? Don't remember. And then white, and then blue, black, and green. Also 4 color. Does that have a name? What is white, blue, black, green? Omitting red. Not every color combinations have names, right? Like the 4 color ones. I played this deck 9.5 hours. You might be able to tell that I like this deck after I upgraded it, because we can see here, this is version 2. Oswald version 1 had 43% win rate out of 106 games. Haven't played it in a while after I updated it. I just took out a lot of cards. Like Chroma's Memorial is fun, but it doesn't win you the game. And I removed pretty much all of the mana rocks. It doesn't even need it. It's such a low cost. It's such a low cost deck. It doesn't even need mana rocks for ramp. And so here's some of the decks I played. So this Chase deck, that's what, 78 total matches, 53 win rate. This one's been fun too. It doesn't win as much as I would like. It's just a fun weird. There's 1 creature in it, and you just give her all of the equipment and send her into battle. It's fun. Professor Onyx hasn't won as much as it used to. I feel that mono black deck's not winning as much as before. That Locust God deck, it's not really working like it used to anymore for some reason. This mono white is fun, but it really doesn't win too much. It's a bunch of adventure cards. This Ugin deck doesn't really win, although it's a relatively new deck. Ulamog also doesn't really win. Zakama doesn't really win, unfortunately. It hasn't been as good as it used to be. It might be too slow. Only 27% win rate. This Oketra deck does fine. Mono white creatures. Okay, so mono black Explore wins more than mono white Explore, like half. 24% versus 55. Mono green Poison wins pretty well. There's that vampire deck we made. It needs more gameplay and more tweaking, but hasn't really been winning. Selesnya Cats is not winning, unfortunately. I don't know. It seems like in the beginning the game goes okay, and then the opponent just overwhelms for some reason. I don't know. Selesnya Cats isn't really winning. Boros Equipment isn't really winning. Nahiri Equipment isn't really winning. It's the same deck, but here I have Nahiri, a Planeswalker, as the commander, and here I have Brunner as the commander, which lets you equip 1 equipment for free every turn. It's still not really working. I haven't played it since I made it, but this Toxrill deck, this Slughar that we were talking earlier with, I don't think they're here anymore, but remember that the new visitor to the channel. They were. This was the deck we were talking about. Layla. This started off as a brawl deck that got upgraded. That one, it's kind of complicated to play, but it seems to kind of win. Mono red dragons doesn't win enough. Drool bugs. It's fun, but it doesn't win. It's 19. This is like my lowest win rate. I feel like playing that one more time before we wrap. I know we were going to wrap up. I'm going to play that one more time. This Rutstein deck, it doesn't win, but it's kind of fun. When it works, it makes bugs. Oops. It makes bugs and dumb stuff. I need to make it better, but we'll play it one time. We'll wrap up. The Rakdos Demon deck, I've only played it once recently. Tiamat. 40% win rate. Okay, so here we have 5 colors versus my dinky little deck. Some removal, kind of expensive. Rutstein, though, could make more treasures to ramp. Nope, they're gonna do turn 1 goose. Amazing, of course they will. So I gotta kill it next turn, even though I want to play my cards. Prism, okay. No one plays that except me. Come on, attack me with your 0-2. Okay. Okay, next turn, Rutstein, and here we go. So if we don't get it countered or killed, search, of course. So Rutstein is kind of weird because it mills you and then it makes things based on what got milled. So when this enters, or during my upkeep, mill a card. If a land is milled, make a treasure. If a creature is milled, make an insect. If a non-creature is milled, make a blood. And then of course they murder it. So see, they're already overpowered here with their 5 color. You would think that 5 color would be such a detriment, but you can easily craft your deck to just make advantage of everything. You should dump your not so good decks and do some new rebuilds. Yeah. Exactly. That's always a good challenge for further gameplay. I don't know if you can see him. Can you see him right there? Let me switch over. On the full screen, you might have missed him. The cat climbed up here for a moment because he wants attention. Kitty. Let's put him on the camera for a moment. Are you gonna help me win? Are you gonna help me build a good deck and win versus the opponent? Do you all remember him when I first got him and he was a little kitten and then growing and he's so big. He's so big he likes to lay on my laptop. Let me put it down a little bit like this. We can also see him, the cat cam. All right, so we got Alayla. That's a good card. Ah, he's purring. So great. Leyline on first turn. Look over there. Who's over there? No. I gotta be careful because if he hits the space bar, that is a pass action in the game. But he's looking at the he's looking at the screen. Alright, so, player, you're passing with blue mana. This is gonna be fun. Let's see if they don't, well, let's try to bring out a blocker. Let's see if they can waste their counter spells. Here's Alayla, so it's gonna start to go off. Oops, but cast down won't kill it. Okay, well, what do we want to do? I guess this, cast down that. Attack with a 4-2. I don't know if his purrs pick up on the microphone, but he's purring really hard. I think that necrosynthesis does something good that I'm gonna regret. Pacifism. Alright, Scute Swarm, well. We can harrow into even more Scutes. Watch out, kitty, watch out! 2 land drops. That's a lot of Scutes. And now they're just gonna start to really multiply. If we can make it. But Alayla gets very good very fast. Okay. Revenge of Ravens will help, definitely. Return to nature actually will help over here destroy an enchantment. And wouldn't you know it, I didn't get a land drop. Maybe we can get a land drop off of this swap here. I can flash that back that anyway. It's not a land drop. Okay. Amazing. I don't think they'll block that. Okay, good. That's actually good that you blocked that. Ugh, okay, never mind. Should read the cards. I need to pass and play that Hero's Downfall. Archon is good. I needed that land. Okay, that'll work as well. I guess I'm gonna have to wipe the board, but gotta do it. And then I will tap out. I can replay Rot Steed and then tap out. Fine. At least I have some presence on the board. Okay. $28-8. Erebos don't look to your false god. Erebos can't help you at the moment. And they're passing, okay. And they have a ley line. Okay, that's a good card, but they've got what are we gonna do here? I want to play that card, but I can't with that with a blue player untapped and a ley line. Choose one or more. Destroy an artifact, destroy a creature, destroy an enchantment, destroy a land, destroy a planeswalker. I want to play that, but I know they're going to counterspell it. But if instead it is pausing for priority, so they might have something. Let's assume they've got the counterspell. So what will be not so bad to lose? I guess the Rise of the Ants. Or I could hold my Hero's Downfall in my hand when they summon a Layla. But they probably will spend their mana and not have any protection. So let's see if they counterspell this. That'll be one less counterspell. No counterspell. Okay. So got some ants. If they don't drop another land and play their... Oh, okay. They're okay. Here they have a... they obviously have a... what do you call that one thing? Settle the wreckage. If they spend their settle the wreckage, that'd be good. Okay. Nothing yet. Fine. We'll just play a wait for them to tap out game. People love playing that Casualty of War. And they're passing again with nothing. Okay. Sure. Even just the freaking threat of activation is annoying with an Azorius player. Oops, I should have kept that in my hand to blood it away. Yeah, I'm just gonna play conservatively. I love playing much more actively, but I guess if we're hitting them for 7 damage at a pop, then we can live with that. Although I'm sure the Shine Chaser? What? 2 mana left. You can Erebos it, or you can glitter it. Okay, fine. Let's get it out of here with Extreme Prejudice. Alright, they're all tapped out. So, let's do what I wanted to do over here and just really wreck them. So, we're going to destroy their enchantment and their land. So, let's get rid of that blue land and let's get rid of that enchantment. Target a land. There we go. Alright, now that's a way to end the stream. Playing this extremely janky bug deck. Now I've climbed up to a 20% win rate. Wow. If we look right here, we went up to 20%. This is the play. This is the play history. So 2 months ago when I first made the deck, I lost 11 matches that time, and then I played the next time I played it 1-1. The next time I played it 0-1. Okay, so then I'm saying, well, there might be something that needs to be changed, so I made a version 2. In version 2, 1-1, 0-6, 1-7, 0-1, 2-4, 0-3. And this is the current, it's still this version 2 of it. And today was a 1-1. I lost in 1 minute. Oh yeah, because I said Kenrith's just going to be too hard to deal with. And then this one, this Alayla deck can be very good, and I don't know, I guess I got pretty lucky. That Bantu's Last Reckoning really saved me. That board wipe really, really saved me. And then I was able to hold on. Thank you. So on version 1, oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. So I played almost an hour and a half on version 1 before I kind of said, maybe it's not such a good deck. And then so far on this version 2, I've played 3 hours. What's my best win rate? Mono white. And those 3 colors, and those 3 colors, and Azorius. Is it? And Rakdos. 4.5 hours. But it's a fun deck. This is one of the decks that I definitely feel like, okay, it's so against the odds and whatever. If I win, it's amazing. If I don't, who cares? Some of these other decks that I really want to win with, I do not like if they don't win. Like the mono white Oswald. I'm getting very impressed with it, so it definitely stings if I don't win with that one because it great win rate. The mono blue Jace, that one's nice. This has been weird that the Onyx's deck. Anyway, I don't want to recap every single one of these, but here's these other ones. That Rutstein deck, I made it because the new set came out, and then this one I made it because the other new set came out, and both of these don't have very good win rates, and this is some sort of Azorius Spirits that isn't really working. But that's the that's a little bit of the we'll delete some of these next time and then upgrade them to be better than ever. But for tonight, let's wrap things up. Thanks everyone for coming to hang out on the stream. The drink was pretty nice. The muddy water drink tasted nice and sweet. It was nice. It was good. On our cracker pack, we got a scary werewolf that goes from a 4/4 into a 5/5. We also got a wolf over here that needs a bath because it's just overgrown with fungus. Did some gameplay. The new set is coming soon, so we'll start to do drafts again. The new Neon Destiny set with Japanese steampunk style, not steampunk, cyberpunk, very different, and that's coming up soon. You know what? Let's do one more crack a pack, because I've been holding all of these from the current set. I've been holding these for to open them up in the streams. I missed the stream last week, so we fell back a little bit, but I still have another one. And then the new set's coming soon, and I'm gonna buy the a few cards from a few packs from the new set, so we might as well open up another one. And then we'll wrap it up. Although I did say I was starting to wrap it up 25 minutes ago. But that's okay, more magic is more good. Alright, so here is Dracula, because we are getting the we have Dracula as one of the alternate arts in this set. So this has got like 2 different names because it's Dracula Blood Immortal, but it also has an alternate name of a real magic card. So we have Dracula just strolling. Yeah, hope you get that Sorin card. This is pretty nice. The cat is trying to get my attention. Just a moment, kitty. After I open up the packs, then you'll get what you need. Okay, Island, and then Blood Servitor. This one's kind of gross because it's some sort of artifact creature that's also got blood coming out of its hands. 3 mana, it's a 2/2. It also makes a blood. And we've got Bleed Dry. This one's fun. 4 mana instant, give a creature -13, and exile it instead of going to the graveyard if it gets defeated. minus 13, minus 13. Oh, here's the card of the art card from the previous pack. So there's the full art there. What does it do again? Single black mana enchanted creature, give it +2 if it's a vampire. If it's not a vampire, give the creature -2, -2. Cool modality. Grisly Ritual, 6 mana. Sorcery, destroy a creature or planeswalker and create 2 bloods. Maybe Elvira. I've been, if you hadn't seen, there's actually, she's doing a comic at the moment. Elvira meets Vincent Price. And it's Elvira having adventures with the ghost of Vincent Price. That's being published recently, so that's a fun comic. And I have her autobiography. I've been reading it in the last several weeks. She's led a really, really interesting life. She was born in Kansas, and then kind of then got into dancing and such. Eventually went off to be a Vegas showgirl, got into Hollywood, and well, if we're talking about Elvira, no. If we're thinking about a different one like Morticia, right? There's a lot of these like dark ladies that you might be thinking of, right? Because we've got Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, aka Cassandra Peterson. So Elvira, she's still around. She's like literally like 70 years old and she still looks like she made a deal with the devil. So there's Elvira. There's also Morticia. 2 Morticias, of course. The original from the TV show and Angelica Houston from the movie. There she is from the original TV show. There's also Lily Munster. Right, all of these dark ladies. That's fake. There's Lily Munster. There's also Vampira. Don't ask why I know them all. There's Vampira. She's from the 50s, and according to Elvira's autobiography, she had a lot of legal troubles with Vampira. She was a horror hostess on the various TV shows, and then in the 80s, Elvira was going to be like Vampira's daughter on a new series, but then at the last minute, the Vampira people canceled it all and said, we're going to sue you. You're not going to be Vampira Jr. anymore. So she said, okay, fine, I'll be Elvira. And so that still was not good enough for them. And then a nasty lawsuit followed them for years. And she passed away not too long ago. So that's her. Who else? What other scary ladies are there out there? Elvira, Vampira, Morticia, Lily Adams. Probably shouldn't look this one up here, but scary goth ladies. That probably will reveal too much than we actually want to show on a safe for work podcast type. Yeah, I don't know what keyword we would need to search, but I'm pretty sure there's been a few other ones in this sort of vein. These like classic scary goth ladies. Lady Death. Yeah, we've also got Lady Death from Chaos Comics. Oops, I put Lady. That's not what we're looking for. Lady Death. Yep, so there's Lady Death. Classic bad girls of the 90s in comics. Then we can stray off into all the bad girls of the 90s, such as Purgatory. How do you spell her name? Purgatory, Chaos Comics. So she was one of these bad girls of the 90s. You know, this demoness character. And then there's Chastity as well. Chastity. This is all from the same company. Oops, we don't want to see that. I guess that's not the right search term. But I guess I should probably turn safe search on again. But yeah, then the bad girls of the 90s. What else? Oh, we had the Jim Ballant Imbalent Catwoman comic of the 90s. Lady Rawhide. She was also one of these bad girls of in the comics. She was a female Zorro-ish. They were in the same comics universe. And then eventually there was Lady Zorro as well, so anyway, we got off on a real big tangent somehow. Weren't we talking about magic? And we ended up in the bad girls of the 90s. '90s bad girl comics. Oh yeah, Witchblade, Danger Girl, Razor, She, Jasmine, Glory Evangeline, the Fantastic or Invisible Woman tried to get in on the action too with her 90s outfit. Actually, the other one had a cutout on the center part for some reason. And before we wander too far off. Okay, let's get back to, we're doing a crack-a-pack. That's what we were doing. How did we end up over there talking about Elvira and Vampira and everyone? Yeah, Danger Girl, exactly. That series. You watch the Munsters. Yeah, it's so fun. You know what? The Munsters theme is so good. I love that organ, 60s organ, jazzy organ sort of thing. You have some Lady Death and Eddie. You probably mean Evil Ernie? Lady Death and Evil Ernie were the ones that were in the comics. Eddie was, I believe, the Megadeth skeleton guy, but Evil Ernie was the... So Evil Ernie used to be like a normal kid. I think his name was like Ernest Fairchild or something. He was abused by his family and by his teachers and stuff, and then one day Lady Death came to rescue him and turned him into this evil zombie guy that was then getting revenge on everyone. So yeah, and then Danger Girl. Yeah. All right, so where are we at here? Cloaked Cadet. 5 mana, Human Ranger, 2/4 with training. It gets stronger if it attacks with another creature that's stronger. Whenever one or more +1 counters are put onto one or more humans you control, draw a card. This ability triggers once, so it makes your other humans stronger. Human Tribal. Valorous Stand, 2 mana instant, choose one. Target creature gains indestructible or destroy target big creature. So 2 modes on that. Alluring Suitor, 3 mana vampire, 2/3. It's a flip card. When you attack with exactly 2 creatures, transform this. Now notice, it doesn't need to count itself. You can send off 2 other minions to attack, and this one holds back. It doesn't have to be one of the attackers, technically. When you attack with this and another creature, would have been the wording, but it's got to be exactly 2 creatures. And then it flips over. During the day, he looks like this, and then in the night... looks like this, becomes a 3/3 Deadly Dancer. Trample. When this creature transforms, add double red. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana. And then double red, Deadly Dancer, and another target creature gets +1. So if you got a lot of mana left over, you can give this and another creature a lot of +1 fire breathing, and this gets Trample. And we've got the Binding Geist, another flip card. 3 mana, 3/1, Spirit. Whenever this attacks, an opponent's creature gets -2. And it's got Disturb, so when it goes to the graveyard, you can recast it, and it comes back as an enchantment, and then your creature has the same ability. So first it's the creature itself with the minus ability, then it comes back as an enchantment to give another one of your creatures the ability to give something the -2. Then we've got the alternate card. This one's really cool and moody. Blood Crazed Socialite. 4 mana, 3/3 Menace Vampire. When this enters, create blood. Whenever this attacks, you may sacrifice blood. If you do, it gets +2. So if you got a lot of blood laying around, this can become a 5/5. Very nice art by Samuel Araya. And we have the rare Ascendant Pack Leader. This is a single green mana 2/1 wolf at rare. When this enters, put a +1 counter on it if you control a bigger mana value permanent when it enters. Okay, if you've got another creature, this gets bigger. Another big creature, this gets bigger. Whenever you cast a spell with 4 mana, put a +1. So it keeps getting bigger the more big things you cast, and eventually it'll be the pack leader. Next, a foil Radiant Grace. Quite radiant. It's a flip aura. Single white mana. Enchanted creature gets +1 and has vigilance. When the creature dies, return this to the battlefield transformed. Okay, so creature gets +1 with vigilance. When the creature dies, this falls off and comes back as Radiant Restraints. Enchant player. Oh, it's a curse. So enchant a player. Enchanted creatures, enchanted players control enter the battlefield tapped. Okay, so all of the opponent's creatures come in tapped. That's pretty useful. Very nice art. I love the foil on this. Those chains. Let's see, does this have fun flavor text? Even in times of brutal darkness, never mistake beauty and delicacy for weakness. And that is Thalia, Guardian of Throbbing. So that is the foil card there, and this is one of these Magic minigame cards. So, in a set booster, which are the special types of boosters that have more variant cards, a set booster is not playable like a classic draft booster of the past, 25 years. A set booster is designed more for the collectability of stuff. But there are some mini games that you can kind of actually play, and this Wizards has been putting these in recently in packs as these sort of mini games. We'll read it in detail in a moment. There was a card similar in Kamigawa called Tatsuma the Dragon's Fang. Oh yeah, let's look it up for a quick moment. Switching over here. I'm not sure that's the right spelling, but we can look up Dragon's Fang. How many cards with the name Fang exist? Chatterfang, Defang, Copperfang. Where is that? Probably with a T, as you said. Sanctum, Siren, Tassagir. Here we go. Tatsumasa, the Dragon's Fang. Oh, it's a sword. Cool. 6 mana, gets a +5/+5, pay 6, remove this, or exile it, put a 5/5 blue dragon, and then return Tatsumasa to play under its owner's control when the token is put into a graveyard. That's interesting. So it's a sword at one point, then it becomes a dragon, then when the dragon dies, the sword comes back, and you can kind of keep going back and forth. Tatsumasa, the Dragon's Fang. It's only 363, so that's interesting equipment. Never knew of it. Cool. So let's look for a moment at the this mini game. Let's see if this sounds fun. It's the Vampire Wedding Planner. It takes at least 2 players. It takes at least 2 packs. It takes about 10 minutes. Objective: compete to be the best wedding planner for the bride, Olivia, by matching cards to her chosen theme. Okay, get ready. Each player opens a booster and sets aside all cards without magic card backs, right? Because, you know, some of these packs in here don't have a back, so you cannot play with these flip cards. All right, so you put away the flip cards. Then what? Then each player randomly selects a non-land, non-colorless magic card from their own cards without revealing it to the rest of the players. Non-colorless, non-land, non-colorless. So you can't pick an artifact? Shuffle all players' remaining cards together. All players' remaining cards together, and place the stack face down in the center of all players. Each player's selected card is their wedding theme, and they may secretly look at their own card anytime. Each player is dealt 4 cards. Then turn over the top card of the stack to create a discard pile. Randomly determine who goes first, then take turns counterclockwise. Alright, that's the setup. The actual play. Players take turns drawing and discarding cards, trying to create a hand of cards with the highest point value. Players may draw the top card of the deck or pick any card from the discard. If a card is taken from discard, they must take every card discarded on top of that card as well. Whenever a player picks up 1 or more cards, they must discard 1. Okay, continuing. Points are scored as follows. 1 point for each card in your hand that matches your theme card's color or mana value. 1 point for each artifact or foil. Olivia likes shiny things. 1 point for a land, maximum of 1. The location of the wedding, minus 1 point for any card that does not count for one of these. Cards can count for multiple points if they meet multiple criteria, and to win, play ends after each player has taken 4 turns. Players reveal all of their cards and pitch their wedding theme as they total their points. The player with the most points wins. Ties are shared. So really complicated. I wonder how many people really will play this. It's kind of interesting that there's a variant game that you can play with some packs, and after you play the game, then maybe you can play with them as regular magic cards. But these mini games are being included in these, quote, unplayable types of packs. Again, these are more for rounding out your collection, getting cool variants, foils and the like. But if you really want to play them, you can try these mini game things here. And supposedly some of these are even have some amount of value from some of these price guides that I've seen. They have the values of the real cards, and a couple of these are a little valuable here and there for some reason. And this one's 2 out of 3. So there's 3 of these mini games in this set. Something sounded like it got knocked over or something. The cat sounds like he's jumping all over the place somewhere because I'm not paying attention to him. So that's a perfect time to wrap things up. So let's wrap things up now. Thanks everyone for coming to hang out. We'll be back next time with more Magic gameplay. I'm going to put a video or 2 on the YouTube. Probably a short or 2 or something. Maybe a comic book video as well and the like. Hope you like those. Hope you comment and share and such. Should be back next time to play more Magic. And have a good weekend, a good rest of the week. See you all next time.